Hello and welcome to AMC. This is the AMC for the busy folks that just have time for watching AMC and nothing else. And I know that you may really appreciate these videos I'm putting out, and that's fantastic because I appreciate you so much as well. Unfortunately, there aren't enough of us together so that these videos can perform well alongside the live show, and as such, they both cannibalize each other. As you would maybe notice if you follow me on Twitter, the one I put out yesterday was again worse than the one I put out the day before. That one itself was the worst of the previous 10 videos, and I know technical analysis and I know a trend, and I want to arrest that one as soon as I can. So these videos from now on will be put as part of the live stream, a chapter you can find. If you click on the live video from that day, you'll find this chapter, and you'll always get your same concise, well delivered, trenchant, piercing, fucking awesome technical analysis on AMC. You'll always find it there in the live show. Alternatively, you can support me in these efforts in very reasonable amounts of money on Tradespotting on YouTube or on Patreon, right? The links are all in my description. I'm not going to go on about it, right? You'll be able to find them if this is what you're inclined to do. And they'll all help me deliver these messages and add to the quality of them. But I can't do it and put it out on the channel as I used to because it doesn't perform well. It negatively affects the algorithm's opinion of me and therefore the message. So I can't have that happen, and so I'm making this decision. I know I'm getting slack for making it, but God, it's me doing the work and I'm trying it for all the right reasons. Anyway, here we are. AMC closed at 34.41. Not putting much stock on the post market today on Friday. I can see that it's had a really good move. You're looking at it on these higher time frames because that's where we finished our previous chart. But we're going to zoom in 15 minutes and say they had a positive move out of what might be a bullish wedge here dropping down. That itself is a higher low. It's come in and tested to 236 of this Fibonacci from the top of this move previously. In at, where is this fib? Here? Yeah, at this type is at 46.87, so that was their price action changed and broke below this top area here, back below these areas of support that we previously looked at. And so you'd had one high since and then measure the Fibonacci from there because the price action is distinctly different even though it's within this overall trend. And you can see you came up and touched the 618 and dropped back down, touched the 236, super common. From there you've bounced up, you're hitting 200 period moving average. That's also perfectly normal. At the same time, you've managed to make it above the center line and have gone straight for the overbought zone on the 50 minutes. It's a good way to end the day. Up above there, the next level of horizontals are in the low 35s. If you start opening and closing above there, you've done exactly the same as what you've done on this brethren stock here, where you've come down having tested the upper resistance, retraced but not to significant degrees, only to totally expected amounts, reaccumulated above even the center line of the greater channel it's in, and let's look at that in a moment, and then go on again to touch the top side resistance. And as I was explaining on the live show, this bit here is when you punch them in the face, this bit here is when you take your arm back, and this next bit is where you punch them again. And no point in this did you ever get touched, right? You're like float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. There ain't nobody touching you here, right? And then you accumulate above these important moving averages. I know it's only a 50-minute time frame, but if you go on to the 30-minute, you can see it's the same story. You've had a positive cross on your MACD. You're getting up and opening above the 200 period moving average on the 30-minute. Well, you get that obvious buy signal. You've got a positive cross on your trend on your rocket with DMI, and you've managed to make it above the center line on this 30 minutes on your RSI while capturing its own moving average. That's fantastic, right? It's done fantastically well, and it may well be that you now think, here's where I'm chucking all my money in. Me personally bought it here, and that's where I'm keeping my ammo for the rest of it for down here. But I love to see it doing well, and if it can also bounce up and make it above this downward sloping formation, which now that we've gone on to the hourly time frame, you can see, well, along with this potential W bottom that's coming out here, you've also got a real strong sense of trend here on your RSI. You want to see more on the DMI, and you also want this cross, which looks like it's about to happen on the MACD, to come through as this momentum dies off. That's a little bit too strong a momentum on that for my liking, but it's also got other positive signals. You want this MACD and signal line both to move up together and preferably cross as and when they cross through the center line on this hourly time frame. You want that to happen on the MACD as this is hitting its diagonally sloped supply line, this red top side of this. If it doesn't happen, you can come in from the bottom side of this, and that's a bargain buy. Don't worry about it. If you do break out the top of this, get to the 618, come back and retrace it. That 618 is a 38.90. Come back and retrace the breakout of this channel slash wedge slash W bottom slash who knows what it'll look like potentially. I think it's a bull flag, and I think it comes to the end of this measured move off this hole here, and I've drawn this a number of times in the busy 8 videos, but people probably enjoy seeing this part of it. That's what the move is, right? It's even more than that. That's being conservative because I'm not even taking it from the bottom. And if it breaks out of things here, it doesn't just take you past your previous all-time high. It takes you right up to $100. And if you look at these Fibonacci levels, you can see you got the 1414, sorry, the 2414 and 2618 from this bit of this move. They come all up around there in confluent levels. Before there, you've got other areas where you've been who prices have been before, and you don't need me to tell you where they are. They're horizontals. They're previous support. Now there'll be resistance, and right at the very top, that resistance will be significant when you reach your previous peak, but we'll see how that works. That's the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, what's it telling us about long-term trend? Well, you're significantly above all the important moving averages. Your RSI's managed to drip below the center line and then not yet get above it, so we need to see that, but you have got what is nearly the perfect signal on your MACD. If this doesn't cross down again, which it may well do, if this goes through and if the cross has a touch and then both of them pass through the center line at the same time on the hourly and the 4 hour time frame, as you break through resistance, you're fucking flying. That's what you want to see. You watch what happens when that happens. Just watch. And then you've got your cross on the larger time frames above the 200 period moving average. People who trade longer term frames and are often called wise, they've already had their buy signal and they're all still holding their shares. They're not divesting them at that lower high. That would be silly. They entered it here because of positive divergence, and they were hoping for more on the move, and that's the way it goes. You're looking for this to give you good entries so that you can take advantage of huge moves, not silly little pissy things and try to day trade it. There's plenty of other things you can day trade, you fanny. So thanks very much for tuning in to AMCTA. Just quickly look at it on the lower time frames and then say, what do we expect to happen on this next week? A 34 expiry, and that's not bad. You know, the amount of shit that people have been put through on this, that's kind of quite good. I wonder what it looks like on open interest now. Open and close above these moving averages. Test this, do well. Next week could be good. Depending on how things go at the start, next week could be really good for AMC. We'll see. It's done well this week, better than I might have expected. Thanks very much for tuning in and watching this video. I know so many of you do and appreciate it and comment and like and watch it all and share it with people. And only for you people, I'd be nowhere. Thanks so much.